Hi Vill. So we just come off another very frustrating home performance today, coming away 3-2 losers to Goole after being 2-0 up. What are your thoughts on today?
I'm always probably a bit too brutally honest in these situations, and I know in certain terms, it's an embarrassment. I thought we were comfortable for the majority of the game. You're obviously 2-0 up. It's a situation that's happened to us several times before, and too many of the lads have not learnt from it, and it's that naivety. It's that naivety again of not being able to see a game out, and it's an Achilles heel of the group. There's not enough leaders in there. In fact, I look at today and there's no leaders in there. Not one from 1 to 16. We've let things happen today, which is very frustrating because we're comfortable being 2-0 up. And they've got back in with a free kick. I said that at half time at 2-0. The only way they're going to score is from corners and free kicks, so don't give away needless corners and free kicks. We've gone out second half and seem to have just played right into their hands and just consistently gave away needless corners and free kicks, which have scored essentially 3 goals from.
Yeah, right to the death. They didn't give up. Showed how much they wanted it today. I don't think that was the case for us. It's not that we didn't want it. It just two big decisions kind of seemed to shake us. What were your views on that?
Yeah, I mean, the main one for me was the yellow card from Terry Barry. That's a send off. I have no idea how on earth he stayed on the pitch for it. If Ewan sort of stays firm, it's a leg breaker. It probably sort of ends his season, if not his career. In terms of it, luckily Ewan seen it and managed to make sure that he's lifted his own leg off the ground, so that Terry, as he's gone through him, he's taken up in the air rather than being planted. Otherwise, there'd be an ambulance here. So I'm very disappointed in the referee's performance, but I'm honest. So I don't look at the referee's performance as a major factor in us losing the game. We've given them the game. It's as simple as that. Defensively, we were very poor. Attacking wise, we were good. But defensively, we were very poor. I mean, in open play, they didn't cause us any real problems. Maybe they had 1 or 2 half chances here and there, but nothing to really be worried about. But as the game got a little bit more open and stretched, second half, our back three, certainly in the back five when it's there, didn't do their jobs. Didn't do their jobs properly.
So we must dust ourselves off now. We have Bamber Bridge back here next weekend.
Yeah.
What will you work on, if anything, in the midweek?
I mean, we'll continue doing the same things. I mean, what's annoying is, again, you look at the performance as a whole, and you say, you've limited their opportunities in terms of in open play. We've created many opportunities ourselves at 2-2. TJ's clean through and he's got to score, or at least put it on the plate for someone to tap in. He hasn't done that. The keeper saved it, and then they've gone down the other end. So in terms of stuff to work on, we'll work on the same things, because you've got to keep working on the same things. I think that the defeat today, it's a mental one. It's naivety. And that's it. Like I said the message at half time. Don't give away cheap free kicks. Don't give away cheap corners. It hasn't been adhered to, or it hasn't been carried out, and that's what's cost us a game. Our actual performance hasn't cost us a game, which is the most annoying thing, because I'm looking at it and thinking, well, what do you kind of do differently in a sense, and don't give away fouls, don't give away cheap corners, and on the corner, we've been beat at the near post. Aaron's got to do better. He scored 2 goals today, full of praise. you know, he'll look at that and you know, as a striker he's done well, but he's got a defensive job to do as well, and he hadn't done that for the corner. And again, with my two centre halves, Connor and Callum, for the winner, they've not done their jobs. You know, the field has come through, tried to win the ball, he's dropped to their lad, he's just helped it back on, and my two centre halves have switched off and not picked up the man in the centre, and he's cleaned through and put it in the back of the net. So it's just about people doing their jobs. It's just a mental thing, being switched on. So we'll do the same things, and we'll go again, and we'll keep fighting.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Phil. We'll see you next week, and all the best. Thank you.